We have arrived in Nagasaki, a city that has risen from the ashes of destruction and has grown into one of the most beautiful cities of Japan. We'll show you all the best things to do in Nagasaki and where to stay, because you're watching Yes and Explore, where we travel smarter, not harder. One of the easiest ways to get around in Nagasaki is with these old school trams. They'll take you to many places around town, and if a tram can't get you to your destination, there are lots of buses too. Our first stop is the Nagasaki Atomic Bomb Museum. The museum opened in 1955 to show the world the reality of the damage that was caused by the devastating final event of the Second World War. When entering the museum, you go down this spiral walkway that represents going back in time right up until 1945, which is the point in time where you enter the museum. The price per person is 200 yen, and you can buy your tickets directly at the machine. We will not show you much from the museum, but we will say that this museum left an incredible impression on us. A piece of history hopefully never to be repeated again, and a must visit when you're going to Nagasaki. Next to the museum, you'll find the location of the Atomic Bomb's Hypo Center, and when moving along, you'll get to the Peace Park, where you'll find the Nagasaki Peace Statue. And the statue symbolizes the Nagasaki citizens' wish for peace. Let's head to our second stop, Dejima Island. Dejima Island is a former trading post, which was home to Dutch traders for over 220 years. The Dutch East India Company were actually the only ones who were allowed to trade with Japan during their time of national isolation. But this could only be done under very strict rules and control of Japan, which made the trading post of Dejima the only way the Western world could trade with Japan and vice versa. In our previous video, we visited the city of Hirado, where the Dutch landed and established their first trading post. They stayed in Hirado for about 30 years until they had to move to Dejima in Nagasaki. After the island was demolished when the Dutch left, the site was designated a historic site in 1922. Nowadays, it's an interesting museum about an important part of the city's history, and this is what it looks like today. Another must-do in Nagasaki is one that you should do in every city of Japan. Just walk around and let yourself be surprised.
He did it again! This is the third thing we can't take with us! Oh.
Walking around Nagasaki will make you hungry, and it's a good thing that the city has some amazing food. We will share you some of our top 3 must-try places in Nagasaki. Number 1 is Menya Always, a very popular place that specializes in ramen.
Excitement for the meal. It's coming. I'll take the tsukemen ramen, the ramen you dip, and we take the lemon ramen. the tonkotsu broth, but then with lemon inside of it.
Nice.
The restaurant itself is small and you sit right across from the chef. This place is busy for a reason, and in total we paid 2,700 yen for everything, and the food was absolutely delicious. A second must-visit place is Bunjiro, a restaurant that specializes in tonkatsu pork. They have this amazing lunch set where you get a piece of pork loin, fried shrimp, and unlimited sides. Lawrence was excited. And this is what it looked like. The food was super tasty and the meat was juicy and flavorful. In total, we paid 3,000 yen for two. Our final must visit is Iwasaki Honpo Nishi Hamachi, and they have two must-try things. The first one is this delicious pork bun that's slow-braised pork in a steamed bun, and it costs you about 600 yen. The other must-try is Creamia ice cream, some of the best high-fat, creamy soft serve of Japan. After filling your stomach with lots of delicious food, you can walk around the must-see beautiful canals and bridges that are famous in Nagasaki. And while you're walking next to water anyway, you can also visit the harbor where you can watch ships, big and small, and relax at the harbor park. All our walking led us to yet another iconic part of Nagasaki, the Dutch Slope. This is a stone-paved street that leads up to the former houses of foreign traders.
And it's a Dutch slope, so very excited to see what the Dutch left in Nagasaki, apart from like Dejima and all that stuff. But this is also something they left here, so I'm very curious to see more of the Dutch history in this Kyushu area / Nagasaki.
This is called the Dutch Slope. And according to that sign that we saw earlier, everyone who wasn't Japanese and Western was referred to as a Dutch person, which is very interesting. Now here we are at a Western style house. Let's go in.
It's a beautiful area that takes you right back in time. The beauty is that you can visit these houses and see how the Western people live in Japan. And here is an example of one. Right downstairs of this particular house, you'll find a little cafe where you can try some coffee and some local sweets.
We've got Dutch drip coffee and cake with cream. Yum!
A Nagasaki specialty. Oh. It's actually ice cream in between a yellow spongy cake.
Oh, I can't wait.
Oh, it's delicious.
Now for something that you must do at the end of the day is go to Mount Inasayama Observation Deck, also known as the place to experience one of the most spectacular night views in the world. We made our way to the Fuchi Shrine Ropeway station that would get us up to the observation deck. Tickets are 1,250 yen per person for a return ticket, and we had to wait in line for only a few minutes or so. After being treated to beautiful views during the gondola ride, you make your way to the viewpoint.
The tunnel of lights.
Wow, I'm feeling so blue.
Just look at this view. Little sidetrack. Look at that. Wow.
And when you time your visit right, you'll first be greeted with a sunset and a half-illuminated city. After everything turns dark, the beauty of the lights in the darkness follows. This viewpoint is an absolute must when visiting, and it's even more impressive to see it in real life. After a long day of exploring the city, it's nice to come back to a decent hotel with some good amenities. And in our case, we stayed at the 4-star Candeo Hotel, located in Chinatown. You enter the hotel through this massive door, and to get to the reception, you take the elevator right up to the 11th floor. When you enter, you see that they really tried to create this luxury feeling with the brown and gold colors everywhere and the art piece in the middle. After checking in, you can take some of the amenities from the amenity bar, and you can also buy some drinks here. But enough lobby for now. Let's go to the 10th floor where we booked a twin room, and for this we paid 11,750 yen per night.
Let's knock. See who's there. As always, we're welcomed by the lovely Lawrence. We step into the room, and I'll take a turn to the left right here and step into the bathroom. And as you can see, it's one of those modular bathrooms again, which of course comes with a Japanese toilet, a sink, and a bathtub. It's all fairly standard, I have to admit, but this one is definitely larger than one we've been in before. Now we'll exit again. You'll see that the hallway is actually quite narrow, but that's all right. Let's see what the room looks like. And hey, there we have Lawrence staring outside the window, looking to find more likers and subscribers. Nagasaki, Japan. Let's hope he finds them. Woohoo! Now, right over here to the left, we've got 2 twin beds. And I can't show it to you right now, but right there is an alarm and also extra night lights and power outlets. And right over here, when we look back at the room, on the right side there's a TV, which is a smart TV. And you've got this little block thing here with an ice bucket. Oh, hey, me. And hey, Lawrence. And also a water kettle, and of course a mini fridge that's hidden quite stylishly, as if we've been transported back to the 60s. But it vibes, I have to say, it vibes. Now right over here there's this lounge area where you can just sit, chill, and enjoy the view of the Nagasaki parking lot and the hills. And you can see it's quite a hilly village, so very nice. Let's take another turn, look what the room looks like from this angle. Hello again. We see Lawrence already chilling hard. It's been quiet today.
As for the breakfast, this is held in the restaurant on the same floor as the reception desk. We decided we didn't want to get breakfast during our stay, but we did film it, so you can judge if it would be worth it. The buffet costs 2,530 yen per person, and here is a quick tour. think the hotel has 4 stars because of this amazing sky spa on the 12th floor. For obvious reasons, we couldn't film it, but we can show you what it looks like on their website. In the sky spa, they have a rooftop with an open air bath. There's also an indoor bath, a sauna, and lots of other amenities. And then, last but not least, on the same floor as the sky spa, you'll find some vending machines and washers and dryers. Overall, the rooms were very nice. The bed slept great, the amenities were good, and the views were amazing. If you're looking for a centrally located hotel, we would definitely recommend it, especially for the price that we paid. For the breakfast, however, we would recommend going elsewhere, like, for example, one of the many convenience stores nearby. The time we had in Nagasaki was amazing, from all the history that we saw, the amazing foods we tried, and just walking around and taking in the city. In our next video, we will leave Nagasaki and visit the famous amusement park of Ice Temples, and we'll stay there in the Okura Hotel, and we could not be more excited. Visiting Nagasaki was the last part of our road trip, which means that our Kyushu road trip series has come to an end. In this series, we took the car around Kyushu and explored everything that this amazing 3rd largest island of Japan has to offer. So be sure to check out our playlist for some amazing destinations. If you don't want to miss out on our upcoming video and more, then don't forget to subscribe to us at Yes and Explore. We want to thank you so much for watching. Bye!